Now, I read and watched a story of them completing a suicide net for the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And that's because so many people have jumped to their deaths from the bridge. So they decided to put up a suicide net. And what that shows is the dysfunction and despair that's happening across America. We're seeing suicides and murder-suicide rates skyrocket. And a lot of that is mental illness, but a lot of that can be traced back to financial woes. And you lost your job, and the next step is maybe being out on the streets. There are many people who are turning to suicide and just ending it. And I think if you look at those numbers, that can really tell what's happening financially across this country. Many people on their last dime with no outs, nowhere to turn, and just one financial mishap or misfortune, and they're ending it. And as a country, we've got to do better. If much of our population is dying from disease and dying from suicides, there's no way this country is going to be able to grow, because we're not going to have enough workers. We're not going to have enough healthy beings to compete with the rest of the world. No other country other than Japan is seeing numbers that we're seeing here in America. And if we're the financial leaders of this world, there's no reason why we should be having a problem like this here in this country. And this isn't good, because I think financially this country is going to get a lot worse. And if that happens, we're going to see those suicide numbers go even higher. And we're talking all races, all genders, and all ages. Now, in the last few days, we've had a ton of cyber attacks. We've had AT&T's network go down across the country, and we had cyber attacks where pharmacies couldn't fill prescriptions. Now, I don't know enough about network security, but whenever I see disruptions like this, it makes me wonder how vulnerable this country really is. Because if some kid on the other side of the world is able to stop prescriptions being filled all across the country here, we're in big trouble. And just a disruption in AT&T's network across the country, just that small blip for a few hours caused chaos in many places. And in the past few years, we've seen tons of bank glitches where people couldn't get their money out or people couldn't transfer money. And I just think, what's this costing us? If I couldn't pay my rent on time because the network was down, or I couldn't get some life-saving medicine that I needed, and I'm just scratching my head wondering how this country is going to survive, how we're going to remain a world leader if we're so vulnerable to cyber attacks and network failures. Now, we're seeing foreclosures throughout the country tick up. Now, there were 4,000 foreclosures, 4,000 homes repossessed in the month of January. And that's a 13% increase month over month from December. And that's the first monthly increase since July of last year. Now, things are going to get a lot worse because we're seeing a bevy of announced layoffs, and interest rates and mortgage rates are going to remain elevated throughout the year. We're going to see more people get behind on their mortgage, and these foreclosure numbers, they're going to creep up. Now, we're not going back to 2008, 2009 levels, but there are going to be enough foreclosures that this will be a real estate headline throughout the year. Now, will we see discounted price in homes? I doubt it, because there's Wall Street, and they're there to pick up the pieces quick. And if you're a home buyer and you're looking for prices to come down, with Wall Street buying up homes, it's very unlikely. Truck freight volume is down 4.7% in the month of January, and that comes off a dismal fourth quarter in 2023, where we actually saw double-digit declines. And January's decrease in volume is a 3.5% decline month over month from December. And I always look to trucking and the railroads to see the actual strength of this economy. And right now, what I'm seeing is a decline. So we may very well be entering a slowdown in the U.S. economy. Now, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.